actually works. I'm a greatest man there.
Can it see us okay? Me as well? Because I'm quite
I think
important.
you should move close to
The rear.
this way.
I'm in a funky mood.
Funky, fresh, like my pussy sometimes.
Funky mood. Oh, wait, no. No.
Hey guys, welcome back to Bunny Igloo. And if you're new to our channel, first and foremost, welcome. Don't be weirded out by us.
What do?
Oh, do. Weird is good. Just consider subscribing.
What we're talking about today is how will we raise our interracial kids? What was it?
Yeah.
Mixed race kids? Mixed race? Interracial?
They're not interracial.
Yeah.
Biracial.
Biracial. I like
How
that.
we're going to raise our biracial kids.
That's much better. Doesn't sound like a porn category.
The reason this came up, it's because since we got married, I'm not naked. Most people assumed, because of our age, we got married. Because a bitch was carrying a baby.
As soon as we gave the news to everyone that we were getting married, everyone immediately assumed that Shami was pregnant. Which wasn't even true. We just love each other.
This is how it went.
Oh, by the way, me and Shami have now gotten married and eloped.
Oh, really? Nice one. So I brought this on.
We just want to be responsible for each other. We know we love each other. It felt right.
Any kids? Yeah. Bitch, I'm pregnant. Bitch, will be pregnant. I ain't pregnant.
That's what brought it on.
And I also thought, as responsible parents, you ought to think about how to be better for your kids.
Especially discuss it before you have kids. You want to have kids with someone you've had a conversation about having kids with and know how they want to raise their kids, or if it's there any conflict or anything you disagree with. You've got to sort that out before it happens.
The first thing we'll talk about, how many kids? I mean, we've talked about these questions a bit before. How many kids do you think we should have publicly now on YouTube with everyone watching?
I think 3 to 4.
What else? Quick answer, my god.
Yeah.
3 kids. 3 is kind of like, I mean, it's fine, and I think it's very environmentally better. One child, ideally, don't talk, because we know about the environmental shit that we have. I think I've been part of 3 kids with my mom's side. I didn't go, 3 kids with my dad's side, and then 4 kids with my mom's side, so I know that being part of that whole entire group and shit.
Yeah.
And you?
And I was a child of 3. I was the youngest, with my older siblings being non-identical twins, compensation twins.
Compensation in Uganda. Not to offend them and offend compensation. It's just because in Uganda, literally the only people they call twins are like twins. You have to look like
identical twins.
Another picture, a mirror version of you to be considered one anyway, so that's why.
The reason I think I was thinking 3 but I am leaning to 4 is because with 3 there's always going to be some kind of odd one out or some kind of inequality, and there are very few things actually split into 3, and especially when one is younger there's a different dynamic there. And I want our fids to kill. I want our kids to feel like they're not going to get, I don't know, there's not going to be some horrible power dynamic between the siblings and shit. I had plenty of that. I think for some reason that would cause more cooperation.
I think 5 is good.
5?
We'll adopt a few.
Like 6 or 7. Yeah.
I think 4 is a good number. I like 4. But then they'll create like a 2. You do 5 and there'll be one that like has to bring them all together. So there'll be a middle one who will just be like, let's woo-wee.
I think I was lucky enough to be a very similar age to my older siblings where I could participate in the same things, because if I was a bit younger I feel like I probably would have felt really left out because I was just the young one on my own. I mean, I sometimes felt like that anyway. Oh, thank you. I think our kids should be like consecutively, like maybe one each year. There's not too much of a huge gap.
I think that's a good idea,
I think they should all be on a similar, they should feel like peers. Yeah.
What's the next question?
Racial
identity. Because when they pop...
racial identity.
Because when they pop out, they're gonna look like some. Initially it will be like a potato, but then after that it will go from a potato to a thin pasta.
It's true. I've seen it happen.
So the next thing we've been kind of talking about, or mainly thinking about, is how we will encourage them to racially identify.
That's another question some random person asked us, is what will your kids identify as?
I
As if it's
know.
some kind of unescapable problem or something. Not that it's even a problem in
As
the
if
first
it's not
place.
obvious.
They're going to be half black, half white. It's not like you're black because that's like erasing half
true.
of your identity. It's not like saying you're white because you're erasing the other half.
What's the next topic?
Religion. Just the word religion.
Religion. You just wrote down religion.
No. What I think, I'll say it first, then you say the thing.
Such bitch cunt. No.
Oh, I'm going to stab you.
Just no.
I'm going to give them the facts of what we know, tell them what I think, but I'm not going to force them or pressure them into anything at all. They are totally free to believe what they want to believe, given the information available.
Mama
Given the
says
facts.
something different.
What do you say?
Everything else, but free to believe in whatever you want. Bitch ain't gonna be religious in my home. You can be a fan of religion.
How is that different?
When you're a fan of a club, you're not trying to be like, be part of my club, be part of my club, be part of my club or you die, be part of my club, or the club leader hates you. They genuinely do that. So you can be a fan and admire the books and the ancient scrolls. They're free to explore it and learn about it and judge what about it made people believe in it and stuff like that, because I'm not going to hide information from my children.
Yeah.
But I am going to tell them science and tell them you cannot be using an iPhone in 2020 and still think that God hates, I don't know, gays.
When computers were
And you
built
still
by a
think
gay
it's
guy.
unnatural and a sin. So no, I cannot take that kind of thought seriously, even with raising my kids, because it's very dangerous mentality. Like
I
that
see.
religion just inhabits cult one single thoughts. It doesn't like encourage expression of open-mindedness and shit like that. So I do not tolerate that because I don't like bigotry, and that's literally the center of it. Yeah. I'll give them physics books and I tell them that's religion. I have evidence for these things like aluminium and gold and air and earth and grass
and fire.
and earthquakes and the universe. Basically believe in the universe.
Yeah.
That's how we raise our biracial kids on most important things we think.
Yes, religion, racial identity, how many of them. And I know how environmentally impactful having children is, and it makes me feel terrible.
The world is pretty terrible right now. A lot of people voted for Trump, allegedly. And a lot of people voted for the Conservatives, allegedly. So we need to give back to some green supporters to save the environment, because the people alive right now do not want to save it. We need 5, 10, 20 green voters every now and then, because, yeah, we need to raise good people. That is how we'll end this video. And if you were new to this channel and like this video and like this format, let us know down below by saying we like this format. Hit the notification bell, otherwise subscribing can be useless, just because YouTube does not want to send you videos sometimes, because like we have 8,000 of you guys who decided to graciously subscribe because it costs nothing, but YouTube does not want to give you the videos, and therefore the reason you subscribed is not linked, you know. So hit the notification bell so the reason is definitely linked. Follow us on our socials, link down below. Love you guys.
Mwah.